Welcome to the American Glutton Social Club, where we tell your stories in your words. Welcome to the American Glutton Social Club. We talk a lot about health and fitness on the American Glutton podcast. Now we have asked to hear some of your successes so that we could share them with everyone else. Who do we have today, Paige?
Today, we are going to hear from Heather Lane.
Hi, Heather.
So Heather says, I've struggled with food addiction and my weight for my entire life. I've done every program and diet that there is starting at the age of 14, and I've lost and gained hundreds and hundreds of pounds over the years.
You know, that is a crazy thing to think about too, which I don't think there's any way to actually do a tally that would sum it up, but just based on how much dieting I did and then re-dieting, and like to Heather's point about hundreds and hundreds of pounds, you know, maybe you only have 100 pounds to lose, but over the course of failed diets, you wind up losing some portion of that 100 pounds 10 times. And it's like you actually have lost 1,000 pounds at some point, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to get back on the horse once you're off it, or once you've had that many failures. So I look forward to hearing what else Heather has to say.
Yeah, 100%. She says, I've always planned to deal with this problem once and for all by the time I was 30, by the time I was 40, by the time I was 50. And I just want to say I can relate to that. It's like I have experienced that, putting it off until this or this or this. She says,
Didn't we have a friend, Paige? Didn't we have a friend who was going to quit smoking when they were 30, and then they were 30 and we don't have to name names, and then they were going to quit smoking when they had kids.
Yeah.
And I'm fairly sure that friend still smokes.
I think so.
Yeah. Is that friend you, Paige? No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay. So Heather goes on to say, in the first 6 months of the pandemic, I sat in my house alone, working remotely and eating and gaining more weight. In August of 2020, I awoke from the fear and the food-induced fog, weighing over 250 pounds and knowing something had to change. Since then, I've done rounds of 6 weeks of restrictive eating, followed by 6 weeks of maintenance.
Amazing.
She says, I have learned to cook for myself, to feed myself, and to maintain my weight. Today, I weigh almost 75 pounds less. And for the first time in my life, I feel confident that I can maintain my weight when I get to my goal and can feed myself properly for the rest of my life.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome.
So good. She says, I will be 60 in December and feel better now than I did at 40 or than I did at 50. If I can get here after over 45 years of struggle and self-loathing, anyone can.
Yeah. That's amazing. I go back to thinking about the putting it off, you know, like I'm going to start a diet Monday. I'm going to start a diet New Year's. I'm going to start a diet whenever, 30, 50, 30, 40, 50. And then you hear her story and it's like, well, she just woke up one day and that was the day where she was like, oh, I'm starting the diet today. I think that, I think it's probably natural to do that, to tell yourself you're going to do something in the future. But like, I also think like, just cut yourself some slack and go like, I'm not doing it right now. And that's okay too.
Mm-hmm.
And because I don't know if we do that, we try to convince ourselves that because we're planning on doing it in the future, it's okay to not make some change now. I don't know. I don't know what the mechanisms are there. What do you think?
Well, I can only speak from my own personal experience. And for me, it's always just like a lack of being willing to just do it for whatever reason. Like, I don't want to, I'm enjoying food, I'm being comforted by food, or I'm lazy and I don't want to exercise. I'd rather wake up and look at my email, or, you know, whatever the thing is. And having been a sort of serial dieter for most of my life, I just relate to that. Like, I'll just do it tomorrow, because it's like, I don't want to do it right now. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, everyone has different reasons, I'm sure. Maybe we all have the same similarity of just, it can feel too hard. It can feel like you don't know what to do or you don't know how to snap out of whatever you're in, you know?
Yeah.
But by the way, here are her photos.
That is incredible, Heather.
So cool.
And I'm so glad she got up that day and was like, I'm doing it. I'm not putting it off for another portion of time. I'm going to do it. Because she did it and she looks great.
Yeah. Yeah. I love what she said about being healthier now at 60 than 40 or 50 or, you know,
Yeah. It's incredible. Way to
and
go, Heather.
yeah, it's such a reminder to myself, to anyone that you can literally do it at any time. Like it's never too late.
Yeah.
So, so cool. I love that she shared all of this with us. It's amazing.
Yeah, that is incredible. Heather, way to go. I'm so glad you didn't put it off again because so many times I put stuff off and then woke up going, wait, I was going to do that thing that I just never did. And now I have to figure out when to do it. And I think in those circumstances, if you can convince yourself, I'm just going to, this thing I really want to do that I'm going to plan on doing in the future, if I can do it right now,
Mhm.
you know, I don't think it'll mess you up doing that.
No,
Yeah.
no. So awesome. Thank you,
Thank you,
Heather.
Heather.